You don't know if DEI had anything to do with it. He admitted he didn't know. What the hell you say it for? Why'd you open your mouth? Why would you do that? Because you see, the more he opens his mouth about stuff like that and the quickness with which he's willing to throw in DEI, it's crystallizing what ultimately your agenda in terms of your administration is really, really all about if you're going to go that direction. And let's understand what we're talking about and what we're listening to when we hear him spew this. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Regardless of the fact that when you talk about diversity, usually women, primarily white women, benefit from such things just as they had benefited from affirmative action because they were labeled a minority. We're never including them when we're talking about this stuff. When you say diversity, equity, and inclusion, when you say DEI, you know what that means to people outside of the minority communities? Unqualified minorities. It's automatically assumed that that's who you're talking about. And nobody wants to take into account, as I reiterated and regurgitated just the other day, how did it come about? How was affirmative action? How did affirmative action ever come about? How did stuff like the Rooney Rule ever come about? How did DEI come about? DEI came about in the aftermath of George Floyd's murder by a police officer in Minnesota, Derek Chauvin, who kept his foot on George Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes and 20 seconds.